Hi everybody, this is Kim from Creating It Vintage by Kim. Welcome on in. I am in the Egg Fantastic event today and we are going to make some Easter eggs. I put the link to the Take 5 in the description so you guys can visit that and just relax and watch everybody create today. So I have these plastic eggs and they came in a carton like this, and I'm trying to think where I did get those from. Hey Mary. Hi Lori. I'll be mailing everything Lori, Monday. My printer was down for the label, so I had to I didn't get a chance to let everybody know yet, but I will be mailing your stuff out then. Oh, thanks, Mary. All right, there's a lot of events going on this weekend, and this event is hysterical with all the egg comments that I have been reading on our chat. So anyways, what are we doing today? We're going to Mod Podge some eggs, and right now I am using vintage music paper. I pulled it out of an old vintage music book, and the paper's thick, and it's not that easy to work with. So you have to tear little pieces, and they are going to stick up in spots, and you just have to be prepared for that when you're using this. And then another one we're going to do, I have some tissue paper. And then, hi Denise. I don't have any $5 jewelry on today. Shoot. Hi Sandra, Country Family Roots. Crafting with Triple L. Welcome. Welcome on in, everyone. So I hope everybody's safe from all the storms that are going on. I decided yesterday was beautiful. So I decided to coffee stain. And when I coffee stain, if you guys follow me, you know I sit all my stuff outside to dry in the sun. Well, did I look at the weather for the next day? No. And it was pouring down rain today. So I let everything out throughout the night, and seemed to work okay, and it was just a little damp, so I threw them in the dryer, and we're doing good. Hi, Road 12 Creations. Guys, if you see somebody on here that you don't follow, and you see that blue follow sign, follow one of my sisters. Everybody is fantastic. Thank you for spreading the vintage. Thank you so much. Everybody here is wonderful, and we love to just craft and chat and relax and have a good old time. So I am just ripping this vintage music paper and Mod Podging my little Easter egg. And I have to go back and watch everybody's live today. I caught a little of Jeannie's, and that's about it, because I had to go to the shop today. I have a booth at the shop at the antique mall, and I had to take some of my stuff over there, and it was pouring down rain this morning, and thunderstorms, so I had to wait for that to subside a little bit. So running a little late. Hi Melanie. Everybody come in under your business page so we could all follow each other. Hi, Rose Book Cottage. Hi, Corey, Creative Roots Art Girl. I miss you. Oh, Lori, thank you. I'm going to post some pictures today of a few things I put in there. However, half of the stuff, Lori, I left at home because of the rain, and I didn't have anybody helping, and I didn't want to carry big things in, so I need like a table. I put a Christmas tree in there. So, and I have all Easter ornaments on it, because I do that with the grandkids. So I figured, I'm going to do that. And so that's what I did, but it's on the floor. It's not a real tall one, but it would be perfect once it's on this table. I left a table at home. I left some risers at home. And then I have a faux fireplace mantle, and I made, well, I had it here. I made it a while ago for when I go live, but you can't see it. And it was supposed to say it says welcome. So I took that to hang from the fireplace, and I don't have anything to hang it from. So I have a couple things on top of the fireplace holding that down, and I'm like, oh gosh, somebody's going to look at something, and that whole sign's going to fall down. I mean, it's just a garland, so it's not going to hurt anything, but it'll probably scare them. But hopefully nobody does that, because we're not supposed to open the doors until I think next week sometime. So I'll get there before that and tack that down. So I'll put some pictures. Anyways, I'll put some pictures on my page. But it's still a work in progress. I love decorating, but then like I'll do one little vignette and I'll love it, and then I get stumped, like, okay, now what do I do here and there? And the late Lori, who is has the shop owner, she has stuff everywhere, and she filled it. She is wonderful at that. Hi Barb, thanks for spreading the vintage. Hi Sheila, hi Mary. And and I talked to her today, and we're thinking about doing some maybe some vintage sales from there, like my stuff and some of the other people's stuff there. So if you guys would be interested in that, we might be doing some of those things. That will be fun. I've seen a lot of people do those kind of things. So anyways, the weather, and everybody that is in way of the big storms, because we didn't have real big storms or anything, please be safe. Oh, there's my sister, Totally Together, created by Brenda. Thank you, sweetie, for hopping over. I appreciate that. Everybody give Brenda a follow. Like I said, please follow everybody that has a blue follow sign. And I hope you guys are following me at Creating It Vintage by Kim also. So we're getting our egg cover, but see the bumps and lumps in it? And that's okay, because once it's dry, I'm going to kind of fold it down, and then we're going to decorate it a little bit, but you're not going to get that nice flat effect with these thick papers unless you really sit there and hold it down and get the right piece to go around the corners of the egg, and I don't have time for that. A little of me gifts and specialties. Hi there. What is your first name? I am going to have to read my comments and give you a follow when we're done here. Sweet Lisa. Okay, Lisa, I will follow you. I saw Barb post that. I will give you a follow when we're done. Yes, our Jamie girl, row 12, absolutely is here. Hi, Dominica. Welcome. All right, now I got to get the two ends of our egg done. Oh, so you guys are in for a treat. So I wanted to make some bird nests, which last year I just got like some Spanish moss. And good afternoon, Dominica. Come in under your business page. And I just use like this. Here, let me show you. I've been working on something like this rough Spanish moss, and I put a lot of Mod Podge on it, gloves, and it worked out okay, and it was kind of stiff. And I really didn't go for it, right? And so on Amazon, they had, what is this called? Wait till you see this. Look at this. Look how flat. And we are going to use this to make our bird nest. It's coconut fiber. And what's nice about it, it's organic. It's real coconut fiber. And it's all natural to put outside for the real birds, not the faux birds that we're playing with in here. So, just so I think it makes 2 bird nests. So depending on if I put glue, a lot of glue and stuff on it, I won't put it outside. But the other one I am going to make for outside because we have a lot of birds in our backyard. There you go. Thank you, Wade's Woodworking. Give her a follow. So I don't know if anybody's ever used the coconut. What did I say it was? Help me out, girls. What did I say? Coconut fiber. And pull them until they are loose. Unravel and... But look at the little tips. Let me show you the picture. Isn't that... It's going to be interesting when I open it up. I wish it would smell like coconut, but I'm sure it won't. Oh, I could go... You know what I could go for is a pina colada. I'm trying to think what else. I only usually drink that when we would go like away on vacation, a girls trip. My aunt, my mom, and all of us would go to, like, we went to Punta Cana, we went to Mexico, and then I'd have my pina colada and there's a rum drink. Anybody help me out? What's that rum drink we always get on vacation, but it's a popular one, but I never drink it when we come home, and I love it so much. And I don't drink, don't get me wrong. I just like a drink here and there. Oh, I wonder what, it was on the tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. Let me get a little paper towel here. But, okay, so we got most of it covered in the tip. And we'll be done with our one egg. And you know, tearing them, not to tear in a straight line. Rum runner, that's what it is, Lori. Yes, 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 yes. Those are good. In the pool, my mom, I'm trying to think how old she was on the last trip we went to Punta Cana. It was probably one of the worst trips we had. It really was. We still had fun, but there was like 10 of us, but we were all like put in such far away places. It was hard to get in touch with each other and what we're doing for dinner. And I mean, we had our cell phones, but you know how everybody gets. You know, nobody wants to remember to call everybody else. A Malibu rum, that might have been it too. I think aren't they both the same? Malibu rum and rum runners? I'm not sure. But they would always, we would be in the pool, and they had, you know, those places always have a bar in the pool, and we would have our drinks, and we never spilled our drinks. I've never seen anybody spill a drink in the pool, but it had to have happened. Anyways, my mom is now 88, and I'm glad we went on our trips when we did. That was the last one. She's like, I can't do this anymore. And she was in her 70s then. Okay, pretty much done on one. Malibu is a brand of rum. Okay, see, I don't know my drinks because, like I said, I only get those on vacation. Okay, so the next one, let me put this whole piece here we didn't need to use. And I'm not going to need to use all this so I don't get it all messed up. This is just tissue paper that I have. And it's like newspaper print. And I did get this off of Amazon. And I'm going to basically just rip it and kind of do the same thing with another egg. And when I'm not sure about wooden eggs, and they were pretty heavy. These are like really light and eggs. So depending on what you're making and what you're making for, you keep that in mind. And these were all obviously a lot cheaper. And why about the wooden eggs? I have no idea. I don't think I ever did tissue paper on an egg before. Let's just go for it. You know, it's going to be all crinkly and wrinkly. But I'm okay with that. Let's just plop this on and see how it goes. Danette, hi, my sweet friend. so glad you guys are here today. Hi, Kathy. A bushwhacker. It's like a milkshake. A bushwhacker. Malibu is a coconut rum. I'm going to have to go to State Store tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Sunday. Shame on me. I'm going to have to go, though. All right. Some of this is folded over, so I don't like it. I'm just ripping it off. All right. I'm kind of like just crazily putting this on here. Ripping it. Doing all kind of wrong things, probably. Please don't repeat this process. But I just want to get it covered because I want to play with our coconut coconut bird nest. And I think I saw Sandy on there. Hi, Sandy. What are you up to today? Oops, this is a flat end. I don't want. All right, I got. It's not turning out too bad for as wonky as I'm putting it on. You know what? These eggs are not easy to decorate. But with tissue paper, you're pretty, it's pretty easy to just kind of, look, my hands are picking up the pieces. We'll just let me wipe that glue that's on there off. Dry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We better not have any difficulties with this weather because we need to do our coconut bird nest here. Okay, I'm only doing 2 eggs. So, the other thing with tissue paper, sometimes if you don't get enough Mod Podge underneath, if you put it on top, it absorbs right through. Not all the time, but sometimes. All right, let me kind of let that there. We're almost done. Hi, Donna. Hi, Judy. Hi, Maura. Okay. I hope you guys are watching the event today in the Take 5 event. If you are, if you're not, you should be. And if you are, oh, I like this little horsey. You refresh your page. I cut the head off. Oh my gosh. Oh well. You won't be able to see it anyways when I'm crinkling it. I cut the horse's head right off. Okay, I think we're good if I, my finger doesn't pull anymore here up. And let me just set this aside and be done. Okay. That was a challenge. I thought the music sheet would be a challenge. Let me get this out of the way while our little eggs are drying, and then we could decorate them for the bird nest. Okay. All right, are you girls ready? Okay, like I said, this is coconut fiber. Let me put this lid on. And it's all natural, so it is to be used outside to attract birds to make their nest. When I got these nests, I'm like, what the heck? I don't know why. I thought they would already be put together. Yes, so here's one piece, and here's another. Let me see what it's... Ooh. It doesn't smell like coconut. It smells like dirt. Hi, Crafting with Triple L. Welcome. Jeannie, come in on your business page. Okay, this says unravel the coconut fiber and pull them until they are loose. Then adjust the size and shape of the coconut bird nest you're liking. It's easy to shape when placed over a pot. Once the nest is made, you can directly place it in your birdhouse, nest, or breeding box. Okay. So let's pull our fibers apart. And it's messy. I hope if a bug comes out of this coconut fiber, Here, guys, I'm going to be screaming. This is one big bird nest, though. I don't make one that big. I would think you would need water, you know, to like, let me show you up real close what that looks like. See some of the, look at the back side here, some of the big strands. A lot of dirt coming out. And that's what it smells like, dirt. Okay, so what did I have? Oh, I grabbed, didn't have a bowl up here, but I have this. Oh, wait a minute. This might work better because it's higher. My instant coffee. Now, how is this supposed to mold? Seriously. Now, did that mold? First of all, I think this is too much. All right, so I want to wear a mask while you're doing this. And this one's not going outside. This is going to be our project one because I am going to have to use, I'm going to spray some water. I don't know, but this is what I'm doing. Two Chicks Craft. Welcome. If I'm not following you, I will, and I'm going to check you out. Whew, does that smell like dirt? You know, when it rains and you smell that dirt, that's what it smells like. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it is one big bird nest, isn't it? And I don't want that one that big. So I think I still want to get rid of a little more. And those I could actually, oh, here, we're getting it now, girls. I could actually, I guess it's just, I could actually use those outside for real. And I guess this is more like a starter. My birds are going to be like, what the heck? All right. Some water. More dirt coming out. Let's form it around this for a minute. And I don't want, let me get back my coffee because I'm going to use Mod Podge. I need a drink. I can't wait to see this either, Jamie. Because I don't know what I'm doing. But so far, don't breathe in when you're ripping it apart because the dirt flies right up in your mouth. Whew. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I don't think this is going to work. I have an idea. Hold, please. All right, another thing, I shouldn't be breathing in, but I have my window open. It's Elmer Spray Adhesive. We're learning together on this one. I don't want all that on here. No. All right. Like I said, this one will not go outside. Okay, it needs to dry. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Okay, very sticky now. No, it's very sticky. Oh, Barb, it looks like a ratty toupee. Yes, it does. Oh my God, do you remember the toupees guys used to wear? All right, now. Okay, does that look okay, guys? Doesn't look too bad. But the spray adhesive is, this is still big. Rip apart, pull together here. It's very sticky. See my fingers? Jamie, you spit out her teeth. That's not good. I hope you didn't spit it on any craft. Oh my God. But do you remember the toupees and the comb-overs people used to wear? Guys, this looks pretty cool now. Look at this. I'm loving it. But it's very sticky. But that's the only way I can think of doing it. Okay, now for the next hour, let me get the stickiness off my hands. Melanie, it looks good. Okay, thanks. You guys are making me laugh. All right. I think the stickiness will go away after a while. Let me get this, well, kind of cleaned up. But this is going to be cool to make because it doesn't have to look pretty when I put it in a bird nest or outside like I want to do for a craft. But I thought, oh, this will make cool bird nest. I did not realize it was organic coconut fibers till it came, and I was like all excited to show you guys. Oh my gosh. Does it look like a bird nest, Jamie? Good. Good, good, good. Welcome. Make all things with me. How are you doing? I haven't caught your lives for a while. I will have to check it out. Look, it's not that sticky now. It's just holding it together. Okay. Then, let's see. Our eggs aren't all the way dry yet. God forbid. This tissue paper one's giving me grief. Oh my. I should have made 3 eggs. You know, things come in 3. We got to do a 3rd one. I got so excited to do the nest. She was accurate. It does look like a man's toupee. And listen, if it's too big and that, just break a piece off and start whittling it around. But you can work with it once you get that spray adhesive on. All right, what time is it? What time is it? Oh, I still have Mary, I have an hour, right? I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, I have to go back and watch everybody on the event today because I've been running around. Hi, Sandy Gibson. And I think Mary's still here, Miss Painted Peach. I have an hour, correct? If anybody knows, if they could let me know. And what should I cover this one with? That we could do it quickly. Don't want to paint it. We'll have to paint it a couple times. You know what would look cute? And I think I'm going to do it. I know, bird that lays fancy eggs. We're going to do a cinnamon egg. I made yesterday, last night, and I have, oh, look what I did. I made some more cinnamon pots. I have an hour. Thank you, Jamie. And look at this one. This was a sealant. Look, this I could take off. But I put my tulips in it. And it's all just the cinnamon. And that's what we're going to do with this egg. Breathing in dirt, I might as well breathe in cinnamon too, right? But the thing is, we are going to paint. This is Deco Art Multi-Surface. What color is this? Coffee bean. Deco Art Coffee bean. So we're going to make a cinnamon egg. Okay, so we'll have 3 eggs. We have to have 3. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Put that on the corner there. And the reason I'm painting this is because if any of the cinnamon mixture that we're going to apply to this is going to be messy for my hands. That's okay. Pokes through, you won't be able to tell because the underlying color is going to be brown. So I usually try to paint everything brown, like the items I just showed you with the pots. You know, wait a minute, Jan. I'm trying to, I can't multitask anymore. I'm a retired nurse and I can multitask. Lately, it's just not coming to me. But I forget what I was saying. Totally forget. But Jamie, this isn't cheesecloth. I do have a cheese. Here's a difference. Here's a cheesecloth bow. Okay. This is from the wedding section in Hobby Lobby. Let's see. Do I have it? Yeah. I have them both back here. It's these things. I forget what they're called that you can lay on a table to decorate for a wedding. And I just coffee stained them. And that's what that is. And again, here I have them both. Now here's the cheesecloth. See how you could see through it and see me? And here's the wedding section one from Hobby Lobby, and it's thicker. And sometimes the one from Hobby Lobby just, I don't know, it lies a little nicer. I don't know, this one would look just as cute on there too, with the cheesecloth. That's a cheesecloth, and that's just, I just tied a bow on it just real quick here. But, I got a lot of those cloths. I forget what they're called, though, to put on your tables at weddings. I did get a lot of those on Facebook Marketplace when people have used them at weddings and they don't want them anymore. That's where I got a whole bunch of them. Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. Hi, Creations by Kim. I caught part of you today at the end, but I got to go back and watch everything. Your craft was beautiful. What was I going to say? Here I go again, forgetting. Oh, I also got a whole bunch of pink because I thought, you know, with my granddaughter and stuff for her birthdays when she gets older and stuff. So far, she's going to be 4, and we haven't used them yet, but her favorite color is purple and pink. But she's more into purple. It used to be pink, and now it's all purple. In fact, here's her craft. Let me show you her craft. She painted this all purple. This is her purple color she mixed, and see how she spelled her name, Palmer. So I have it there. Still have all her stuff in front of me. You suddenly have a lot of brown paint. I appreciate your tip for the cans with cinnamon. I've got lots of cans. Well, Maura, you just hang out with me, because what I'm doing to this little egg is what I'm doing to this can. Or what I did to the can. And this can, see inside? That's what it was. In the bottom. Okay. And I make sure I do the top edges. And I'm doing this same thing with the egg, and I've done it on glass also. And the technique is messy, messy, and beautiful, I think. I just love it. I've also done it on wood, on picture frames, like thick picture frames. I've done it on that too. She's taken out of her grandmother. Oh, Jamie, thank you. I hope so. My grandson paints a lot in here too. He's 5, and he's more calmer than Palmer is. And so the other day I said to her, I think it's time we can go in the craft room. And she's all excited and stuff. She's so dramatic. She is a true diva. And my daughter is not. I always wanted her to be. And my daughter says, well, you got your diva. I would buy my daughter jewelry. She wouldn't wear it. Anyways, we went to Walmart, and she picked out her paint colors. Look, she picked out purple velvet, lavender sachet, light lavender, and precious purple. When I said this is precious purple, she's like, I love it, Gaga. And she mixed them together. She goes, okay, a little bit of this, a little bit more of that. And she made her own purple. She cracks me up. Now, you don't want to use too much heat on here. You don't want to melt it, of course. And I will tell you right now, whatever paintbrush, like you could just wipe this, and we'll try this again. See if it's not too small. And I have to throw this whole paper away already, and I'll tell you why too. But sometimes I like to use a foam brush or a piece of foam when I do this, or something, not a good brush. Please don't use a good brush, because at night you're going to throw it away, okay? You're going to throw it away. So all you need is Mod Podge. I also use my instant coffee, and that's where I get, can you tell, these darker spots? Okay, and we're going to do that with the egg. And I get it ready because you're going to have a Mod Podge. You're going to have a mess. So I put, this is how old it is. My instant coffee is clumpy. Definitely won't need all that, but I'll keep that on the top of my lid, and I just set it over here. Okay. I don't have much cinnamon left. I have to get more cinnamon. That's what I needed from the Dollar Tree today. and Mod Podge. So cinnamon and Mod Podge is all you really need. But if you want to add darker spots with coffee, you could also use paprika and any other kind of spice. So you take, now this is really going to be messy because it's an egg. So I think I'll do the whole egg and then the top and bottom after. Apply your Mod Podge now after you paint your base coat. And then I usually take some coffee and sprinkle it on. You could use fine granules or chunky granules. And if you use chunky granules, it really looks old and primitive. It sticks out more. And then pour your cinnamon on. And I use a new little paper. And usually, which I forgot to do, another trick is fold it in the middle. Because when you pour your cinnamon back, it's real easy. It'll go right in that middle part there. Okay, and then tap it off. Okay, your first layer. Let's go around the egg. Thing is, you kind of want every layer to be dry before you do your next layer. And sometimes that's hard when you're doing it on something that might melt. So you have to just work with it. Okay. Now I'm just going to turn that. And I think I could get the whole rest of the egg. You want to do it in different, sorry I'm missing the comments, guys. You want to do it in different portions so the Mod Podge doesn't start drying. You know, if you do too big of an area, the Mod Podge will start drying before you go to add your cinnamon. And you don't want that. All right, so let me just set that aside. Take my cap off. And since you have your paper folded, it goes right in the middle. And then pour that right back in to reuse it. Okay. All right. So look, it looks kind of cool already. But this would come right off if you, see, I don't want to, let me dry a little bit if I can. If you left it like this, it'll come right off. And there's spots that did not get covered. That's normal with your first coating, okay? Let's do the top and the bottom where my fingers are. I don't know if this will, we might have to redo the top and bottom again. And you could also push it down a little bit too. Yes, that's coming right off. That's okay. We will dry a little and then we'll do our second step. Usually I'll do this step. We're going to do Mod Podge, another step, and Mod Podge. Boy, that smells good. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. And don't be afraid. Now we're going to put Mod Podge on. Now when we first put Mod Podge on, we went like this. Don't do that now. Now you're going to tap. Otherwise, you're going to just pull all that cinnamon right off. And you don't want a big gulp of Mod Podge because that's how it'll dry. So you want to kind of spread it out by just pulling it up. Tap, tap, tap all over. And it's a little tedious, especially when you're doing something big like that. But you would use a bigger brush, foam brush, or a paint brush that you want to throw out because it gets all mixed with cinnamon and Mod Podge. And I didn't even try to clean any of them. Okay. Now, all that keeps coming up, if you guys are commenting, I see no comments. I just keep seeing everybody who's watching. So, I don't know if that's a Facebook thing again. So, I apologize. We had fun earlier, huh? A little bit of coffee. And cinnamon. And you will be able to tell when you go do your projects, like where you began and where you, see, that's And see how part of that, I didn't even get that part covered. So let's, okay. Let's turn it around. And you'll be able to tell. And if you're done and you don't like something or like the color, just add another layer of Mod Podge, cinnamon, and you always finish with your Mod Podge. What time do we, okay, we're still good. Because we got to put this in our bird nest and decorate our other ones. I hope I'm not boring anybody with this. Oh, I see you love using cinnamon. You love it. Good. I'm glad you guys like this. It's so messy, but I love the way it turns out. And I made some of these containers to take to the booth today, and I forgot all of them. Okay. Now, another trick, if you have something like this metal container I did, okay, now it'll get hot with the heat gun, as you well know, but sometimes we forget that. If you have a spot with the coffee and you add the heat to it, the coffee melts a little bit and then adds even a really other cool look to it. But with this egg, I don't think I could do that. I'm just trying to dry it a little bit here. And then, you know what, let me put this back in my cinnamon. But I have like 4 things in here I forgot to take today. And thank God the shop's not far. I just got to always wait for somebody to be there, you know, to open it. I've also made little, you know, the wooden square cubes. Let me see if I have it here. Yep. Because this is what our egg will look like. See, here's the wooden cubes. And like once it's done, like it's on there. It is on there. All right, so we're going to put our Mod Podge on, which is our last layer. And then I'll do the top and bottom a little bit. And we're going to put them in our bird's nest. I'll decorate the other 2. So this last step here, make sure you don't have globs, as I tell my grandkids. And pat it in, and that's to seal it. I did a really big glass vase. Did I do that on a live? I can't remember. But they're not, Facebook isn't saving lives anymore for me to tell you to go back and watch. They're saving your lives for 30 days, and then they're getting rid of them. So I have to do my YouTube channel, and I'll let you guys know. And I hope you guys go over there and sign up and watch me over there too, because they'll always be there on the YouTube channel. But see the coffee, how it's making a darker look there. And I'm trying not to take too much off with my fingers, because when you get the Mod Podge on your fingers and cinnamon and you touch this, you're going to peel what you have on your project right off. But if you're doing a big project and you're doing this, by the time you get to the other side of it, it's almost dry. Okay. I don't see comments again, it figures. It figures. All right. So if you guys are bird lovers, and my mom really is, I should make a nest for her. Not with this spray. You don't want to put that out there. Please don't mistake that. But the real stuff, the natural, over her house. So she can attract a couple little birdies making a nest. Okay, remember, just pat. All right, so let's kind of dry this. Oh, Lori, I definitely will. You created a YouTube. What's your, okay, just an account. You haven't done anything on it yet? Because I was going to say, let us know your YouTube channel so we could all follow that. And I have to be careful because it's getting my fingers too here. Let's see. And while it's laying here, guys, bear with me. I'm just going to try and get the ends. I'll go back and put more cinnamon and coffee on it. I just want to get Mod Podge on there. Let's just put some coffee on. Bare spot. Ooh, that coffee smells good. I have to make a cup of coffee when I'm done. How many of you can drink coffee all day? You know, I'm a retired nurse. This girl can drink coffee all day long. I mean, when I worked, that's all we drank, all of us. And I could drink. It was like you would be crazy busy when it would calm down a little. We'd all look at each other, making a fresh pot of coffee. Yeah, yeah. You love to grunge things, Connie. And I could drink coffee and go to bed. Okay, now see how there's big globs of Mod Podge? That's what you don't want. Just take that paintbrush and flatten it out. And if it dries and you get a big clump of white and you don't like it, get some fresh Mod. Don't pick it off. Get some fresh Mod Podge. Put it on there. And cinnamon, and just do the whole step over to cover it. You can't, Jamie, unless it's decaf. Oh, I could drink a cup of caffeine coffee in bed, like a cup of tea, and go right to sleep. Never bothered me. Okay, what time do we have? I don't want to spend all my time with my egg. Okay, we're good. And I don't want to melt my egg. Okay. All right, it's not almost dry. But look at the colors with the coffee and the... Jeannie, you're a retired nurse too. You could drink coffee anytime. Yep. You could drink coffee all day too, Terry. Oh, yeah. You too, Joylyn? Oh, yeah. I got some good coffee, people. So, let me ask you this. Another big... I have my Keurig, like we all probably have, right? And I'm thinking about getting my old Mr. Coffee pot out. You're back. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't happen again. But I bought... Okay, I was thinking of putting the bird nest on here. I don't know if that'll work or not. And then our eggs... Well, this egg and this one, I want to make a little bit of ribbon around it. So, this is dry. My glue string here. Anyways, my son, I went over his house, and they had a French press coffee maker thing. I bought one of those little French presses, you know, that makes 2 cups of coffee. I don't notice a difference, though. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Does anybody else have a French press? Okay, I lost you again. There we go. I just put a little crocheted ribbon on it. I'll put that in there. And I bought another kind that looks all metal, and I haven't used that yet. I keep using my Keurig, but I'm thinking about going back to my Mr. Coffee. Jeannie, you use your Mr. Coffee pot? My husband's like, what'd you get that out of the basement for? I said, I think I'm just going to go back to using a pot of coffee. I like the smell of it. Now, let me tell you, I'm known to throw out a whole pot of coffee. Like, I'll drink 1 cup, and if it's been a while, and then I go back and it has that burnt taste, I'll throw it right out. Drink it before he goes to bed, does he? Yeah, see? I'm not the only crazy one. Okay, and then I just put a little different pattern on this one. Okay, and right now I'm not going to put anything on here. So here's our 3 eggs. Pretty cool, huh? And I don't know if it's going to go in there. I was going to put that on here with a big bow. So that's what we're going for. Hi, Funky Junk Inspirations. All right, so now that stickiness, you can kind of feel, but it's not like when we first sprayed it on. I'm going to put some glue on my spring and watch it fall through there. Shoot, I missed. And then put my bird nest. Let me hold that. I should probably, well, do it this way. There we go. I make things hard sometimes. Let me make sure. Oh, it's on. All right, and before we put our eggs in, let me close this. And if you want, you obviously could put a ribbon around the other egg. Now, I made this the other day, and it is the big cheesecloth one, okay? And it's almost like silky cheesecloth, and I don't know where I got it from. I wish I knew so I could tell you. Because it's pretty nice. Kind of looks floppy. Do I want that to be the front or here? I think here. Again, I'm going to just put some glue on the bed spring and hold that. And Millie, I love coffee. You try to have only 2 to 3 a day of cardboard on the spring. Oh, Brenda, that's a good idea. It's sticking though, but if it doesn't, that's what I'm going to go back and do. Thank you. Thank you, sister. What I have so far. See, and it's sticking pretty good. It's sticking pretty good. All right. That's where I gathered it together. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue there, because that's where I think it came around, and I'm gathering it. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. And then a little bit of eggs, and then we're going to make a tag. See how that's where I think I gathered it. So I'm trying to, let me put a little bit more glue there. Of course, I picked the side that has that right there, right? It could have been the back. Hi, Angel. I'm glad you caught me too. I haven't seen you for a while. There, guys, I caught it. A little bit of glue will help. I think that's so cute. Now we're going to make a little tag. Do you guys like that? I hope you guys that like birds will buy some of this coconut stuff here. It's kind of cool. And I think I want to add, this is plastic fall bushes. I don't know where I got this from, but very inexpensive plastic. But the color is beautiful. I really like the color of it. And I act like I have a whole thing to play with here on this spring. I'm taking the eggs out again for a minute. Well, I glue some of this to the back of my bow. It looks like it's going to pour down rain here. That's what I've been trying to say, is everybody who is in the paths of the storm, please be safe. I worry about everybody when that happens. I do keep you in my prayers, as we all do for each other. I love this community. I just have a little bit of that coming out. I just need a little bit more on this side. But it's all my neutral colors. All right, let's put that there. All right, and if you guys jump along to the group Take 5, you better join it, because it's a wonderful group, and the girls are wonderful. Really, really are. Oops, that down. All right. And for me gluing it, I'll show you this too. From the back side, it doesn't look bad. Okay, let me put my push over it. Everything's caught. Okay, Scoop. All right. See how that little bit just makes it cute. And let's put our eggs back in. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are loving it. We got 5 minutes for tagging something in the middle of our bow. And well, I have little birdies, so I can't put a birdie on there. So I coffee stained a lot of these tags. And I really like them. And you know what else I got today, guys, is my Temu package. I'm so excited. Hi, Linda. Oh, guys, thank you for having me today. And guys, we're going to put our little tag here instead of like a button. But I think my Temu packages had birds. And of course, it's in the bedroom. And not in here. I have butterflies. But I don't have a bird. But that's what I'm going to put on here. So I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to stamp a little birdie on here and put it right there. And that's it. That is my project for today. And I'm glad you guys love this. And I have a question. Who is going to buy... Oh, look at this. Some coconut fiber. Wait a minute, girls. Here. It says it's naturally fluffy, soft, and full, but also has the advantages of breathability. Good for absorption and warmth for the birds make a nest. Gently fiddling with your hand, you are free to make large and small bird nest. Oh, and some of them, I have a picture here that they put this, like they had a real plant, and they put that around the plant. The fluffy coconut fiber is not only suitable for small birds, but also for house pets like gerbils, hamsters, and rabbits. And for plants, coconut fiber is dry and drains well, which is good for plant growth. You can see they have that on there. That's interesting to know, huh? Oh, thank you, Sandy, for watching. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, Laurie, thank you. Yes, everybody stay safe. But I want to know who's going to buy some coconut fiber. Is anybody going to buy coconut fiber and make some bird nests? I think what I'm going to do is on a plant, put this around my real plants. And on this, let's see if we could just get this together. I have a couple minutes, 2 minutes. I guess you kind of just lay it like this out there for the birds. You know, kind of. Of course, when oh, look at this. All I did was squish it. Now, for a craft, it's not going to stay well. But for a bird outside, this is a nice starter, right? That worked out pretty good. You need to get some bed springs first to make the craft. You know, who did I get these from? Stephanie from Nuttin' Perfect. I think that's Nuttin' Perfect. Love that name. She was selling them. And they were very inexpensive. Thank you for all the hearts, everybody. Okay, guys, my time is up. I hope you guys are inspired. And if you get the coconut fiber, I hope you make a project. And I hope you use some for outside, too, for the real birds, like I'm going to. And refresh your page on Take 5 and watch the rest of the creators. You're going to get some Melanie. Good. Good, good, good. I want to see how you use them. Post a picture on my page and the vintage, whatever my head, the vintage room. I'm having a bad day today with this rain. I think I'm going to be getting a headache. All right, guys, watch the next creator. Love you guys. Thank you. You used coconut fiber in your potted plants a couple years ago. Oh, just Jackie Crafting. You have to tell me why and how that turned out. And pull them apart. Oh, I don't want to go, but I have to. Okay, guys, bye. Love ya.